Hello, my stars, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Basil, and today I will be reading All My Exes Moms by the Soul Eater of Fairy Tale on AO3. This is another one shot, so I hope you enjoy. Here's the summary. Izuku has an interview with Present Mike to promote his new song. It, of course, turns into a fan gossip session and Mike teasing Izuku. So, Izuku. Izuku grinned at the blonde across from him. You've got a pretty extensive dating history. Do you talk to any of your exes or their families? Mike asked, knowing the answer already, but it was one he had to ask since it was for his radio show, and it was one of the most asked questions by Izuku's fans. When you're one of the biggest idols in the world, people want to know about your private life. Izuku hummed for a moment. Not many. Most of my exes I cut all contact with unless we see each other at events. But their families. Izuku giggled. Yeah, I talked to basically all of them. All my exes' moms. All loved me and hated to see me go. That's what they tell me, at least. Mike laughed, knowing it was the truth. He hated it when Izuku and Hitoshi broke up, refusing to ever let Izuku go because they'd become friends, and with their jobs, they needed to stay friendly. Not that Hizashi didn't love his new son-in-law, Denki. He and Hitoshi were a perfect, much better fit than Hitoshi and Izuku had ever been. Thankfully, all of the boys were friends, so there weren't any true awkward moments. And if Hitoshi and Izuku hadn't stayed friends, Hizashi was almost positive Izuku would still be a part of their family in some way. His youngest Eri adored him and was beside herself when the boys separated. Well, care to include who they might be? I know we're all biting at the bits to know which of your exes you speak to, if they aren't obvious. Well, I would hope it's obvious I'm still very close friends with stuntman Shinsou Hitoshi and his family. Izuku giggled, thinking about how he'd just had lunch yesterday with Hitoshi's entire family, fiancé, Kaminari Denki included. There had been paparazzi everywhere outside of the cafe they were at, taking any pictures of their group as they could. Izuku and Hizashi had been laughing at some of the pictures before the interview started. Pictures of Izuku playing with Eri, stealing a cookie from Shota's plate only to be scolded by the man. Hizashi and Izuku doing a little karaoke and were joined by fellow pop idol Denki. There was even a beautiful shot of Izuku teasing Hitoshi after he had tripped and spilled coffee all over the shop and had to clean it up. Hizashi chuckled. I would hope it was obvious. I also spend a good amount of time with the Bakugou Katsuki family. How could he not? He and Katsuki had been high school sweethearts, who once they hit college, age found they were interested in other people and were truly better friends than lovers. They still spent most holidays together when their mothers wanted to vacation together, and for Christ's sake, the Bakugou family were the only designers Izuku let near him because Mama Mitsuki would kill him if he let anyone else style him, unless it was for a fundraiser or something. Izuku was the star of all their fashion releases, besides Katsuki. And what about the ones you aren't as close to? Izuku sighed. You'll never see me willingly in the same room as Monoma, but his mother is a doll. I can stand being around Sero at events, but we aren't friends by any means. His mom invited me over for dinner last week. Monoma was a nightmare and a half, to the extent that Izuku had a restraining order against him. Not that the public knows that. Sero, the public was the problem there. They pushed the couple so hard that they couldn't be themselves. It hurt that they couldn't truly stay friends, just people who know each other. But things were said, and it's hard to come back from that. Lastly, is there anyone new in the life of Midoriya Izuku? Izuku blushed and bit his lip, looking away from Hizashi. No. Liar! Hizashi laughed in a teasing manner. These pictures from your very own Instagram say otherwise. Izuku groaned as Hizashi pulled up pictures of Izuku at the gym, a god-like red head standing behind him, with his arms around Izuku's waist, pressing an unseen kiss to Izuku's cheek, his phone covering their face. Another followed, this one in a similar manner, but in Izuku's apartment, sitting on his bed, Izuku wearing the red head's very large shirt. Well? Hizashi prompted. Fine, yes. It wasn't like Hizashi hadn't met Izuku's new boyfriend. The blonde insisted on approving of anyone Izuku dated after Hitoshi, because Hizashi loved him so much and only wanted the best for him. It also made a difference that Izuku's parents weren't around to do it, so Hizashi was more than happy to step up in their place. Hizashi giggled as Izuku covered his face. And he's very nice and I like him a lot. And do you really have to do this? It's not like everyone doesn't know. It's been months since we started sharing pictures with each other. Izuku whined. Hizashi smirked. And you're going to be his date for the big movie premiere on Sunday, right? Of course I am. Can't have people looking at my red riot looking all handsome without me being there. Izuku huffed, crossing his arms over his chest. Are you happy now? I'm dating the red riot, Kirishima Eijirou. Hizashi giggled, clapping his hands together. Very much so. And so are all the listeners. And that is all the time we have for today, listeners. Be sure to listen to Izuku's newest single, All My Exes Moms, coming on next. As the lights turned off on the live light, Izuku glared at Hizashi. Do you have to be so annoying sometimes? Sho asks me that every day. Hizashi snickered. So, you think it's gonna be another one of those relationships where his mom loves you more than he does? Izuku sighed, eyes getting a dreamy look to them. No, I think this is the one. Izuku giggled and continued. And yes, his moms do love me, but not more than A does. Alright, my stars, that is the end of another one-shot. Really hope you enjoyed this one. God, sometimes I love Izuku being messy and having multiple, exes. Love it. If you couldn't tell, my vocals for Izuku and Hizashi are kind of the same. I still can't pinpoint a voice for Hizashi, so give me a few more videos with Hizashi in them and maybe I'll start figuring out a voice for him. As for Izuku's voice, because in this fic, Izuku is older and I didn't know if I should keep the voice high-pitched or a bit lower. And because he's more of the actor type in this one, I didn't know if I should make it sound more professional or So I was contemplating while recording, and you can tell with the random changes to the vocals. Though I really hope it turned out okay. Anyway, you guys please go drop down kudos to the author because this fic is amazing! It will be in the description below, as well as my Discord server and socials, where in my Discord server you can add any fics you would like me to read, as well as you can do in the comments. And you can also drop your opinions down below on the fic in the comments as well. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye, my stars.